What's up, you team of beautiful savages? My name is Tom and today I'm gonna react to 50 people show us their state's accent. I would never guess that in United States there are different accents, but it is true, there are. But in my opinion, you know, that United States accents are not even close to Scottish or let's say Liverpool accent, man. So let's jump in and check it out.
I never thought I had an accent, but everyone else told me I did, so I never really understood my accent. But we say soda pop, and that was weird, I guess.
For me, at least, this guy sounds like pretty clear, you know.
The great thing about Oklahoma is it's really this confluence of a whole bunch of different parts of the country. So the northern part of the state is really like the plains, so people kind of have that flat Iowa accent.
People always know I'm from the Midwest when I say bagel.
But if you get down south to the Little Dixie portion, it has a much more of a southern drawl.
Elongating those vowels a little bit and say,
I mean, like, in the end of the day, if it sounds clear, it's good enough for me, you know, because like, in my opinion, I sound pretty clear also. This also only in my opinion, but I still have this Latvian accent on some words or some words. You know, even now words or world I cannot say properly. You know, my accent comes out. You know, so yeah, if it's clean, it's good for me. You know.
y'all every sentence.
How y'all doing today?
Y'all want to go to Waffle House? Come on over. We're going to Waffle House.
It's just like real round in your mouth, and you're just like, hey y'all, how we doing tonight? Are you guys gonna go down to the game this weekend? I'm so excited. Like Joshua's doing real great this year.
Everybody talks really slow, especially compared to New Yorkers.
Man, I love Mississippi accent. Mississippi accent. I mean, guys, I would appreciate if you leave your favorite accent in the comment section. Really curious, what's your favorite one?
New Yorkers are loud. You gotta fit your way into a conversation most oftentimes when you're in New York.
Vermont's accent is
I mean, New York sounds like New York. Literally, it is true, yeah.
very unique, and it's hard to slip into unless you're talking to another person who like grew up farming. But the phrase that I can say in my accent is always, oh sure bud, oh sure.
People from California kind of have like, they say like.
I think people from California, they speak slower and you know, man, we're gonna chill, we're gonna go and surf and then go to the beach. My man, this is how at least I heard him.
Colorado doesn't really have a typical accent. Lots of people say that it has no accent, but you'll definitely get called out if you say Colorado. It's Colorado.
So I've been
Yeah, I heard it. Colorado.
told from people in New York that my state has an accent. Some people go Chicago. I don't think we do.
There's parts that I can hear like a little bit of a twang and kind of sound like this.
Some people in New Mexico have accents, depending on what part of the state you're from.
I bet New Mexico, this is closer to the Mexican border. The state is closer to Mexican border. In my opinion, there should be more Spanish-speaking people living there, so it should be more Americans with a Spanish accent.
People in the South tend to sound a little bit more like they could be from Texas.
Really wide syllables, really kind of drawn out phrases.
Kinda drawn out phrases. I love Texas accent. Like Mississippi and the Texas accent, man, it just has their own charm about them, you know.
It's a little sing-songy, like a little bit Valley Girl almost. I'm from New Mexico and I love eating burritos.
You wanna go skiing up on mountain?
Pass me those taters.
Like there's cowboys, you know, there's horses. I don't know, because I don't feel like I have an accent.
The guy sounds like from New York, literally.
I went home a couple of years ago and was watching home videos of my sister and I, and we had to like do a weather forecast as like little kids, and we
Okay, I hear the difference now. Like literally, she's like the words are longer. Also, like sounds a bit like California, but more tensed.
be like, There's a big hurricane coming from the left coast, but don't worry because we don't know that it's coming. And people would be like, what are you saying?
I can put on the, you gotta park the car and have the and give the guy a quarter for some chowder. That's a standard Boston accent right there.
Any ER would have an AH.
Also, let's not forget that in Boston there are a lot of Irish people because of the great Irish travel from Ireland to USA back in the day. You know, when the Queen, when the like royal family like decided to take away the potatoes, the food from Ireland, and people were running away from there.
At the end.
It's kind of like Boston, but cooler and a bit more drunk. Like, we gotta go up to Bar Harbor to get some lobster supper.
My mom has this kind of strange half French Canadian, half Boston accent that sounds like peanut characters. Womp womp. Womp womp womp.
Well, if you're from North Dakota, you've got some long O's.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, hang on to your R's a little too.
It gets a little bit thicker the older you are. Your grandma sounds a little bit like this. Your mom might be a little bit softer.
I'm from Wisconsin. Go Pack Go. It kind of gets like up here. Go Pack. I say big. I have some eggs in a bag.
The best example of the Wyoming accent I feel like I've ever seen was in Brokeback Mountain. One curve in the road and they missed it.
So if you live in Washington State, no.
Man, overall, all of these accents are just like just small fraction. Like it doesn't make the understanding of what the guy says worst. I mean, yes, change the word a bit, but in the end of the day, it sounds pretty, as I said before, clear, you know. So it's fine for me, you know. Like any USA accent is fine for me. But guys, I'm telling you, if you're gonna go to Scotland, man, God bless you and God stand with you, because it's so hard to understand Scottish people, especially when they speak very fast.
Whenever says they have an accent, they all think they speak pretty normal, which is kind of true.
Just kind of middle of the road, sort of like Delaware itself.
But they also kind of have like a country hit kind of thing to them. So they'll say like Worshington, like I'm gonna wash my hands, and you're like, worsh? What kind of a word is that?
We pronounce our T's as D, so we say like Connecticut instead of Connecticut.
I feel like Michigan's typical accent is very nasally. Hi.
I feel that this woman has some problems with the nose. Maybe she's not breathing through the nose or something.
Like that type of vibe.
So if I'm from like Northside Kauai, I'm going to sound something like this.
People say that us Marylanders have accents, but I don't think we have an accent.
Idaho doesn't have a really distinct accent.
There's no accent in Indiana.
This might be very biased, but I really don't think we have an accent.
Yeah, why should you have an accent?
I get reminded of it when I travel.
I mean, I think this is normal.
It's a perfect neutral Pacific Northwest tone. Sarah Palin does not have a typical Alaska accent. She's not really from there. She grew up in, I don't know, Kansas or something.
My husband...
Talking about accents, guys, do you know the famous movie called The Room from Tommy Wiseau? If you have not watched a movie called Disaster Artist, I really recommend, because this is about this guy, Tommy Wiseau, and nobody knows where he is from, but he's saying that he's from Baltimore. I think he said Baltimore or Illinois. He's like, I have Illinois accent. Man, it's so funny, man. I really recommend to watch that movie.
Laughs at me because I say wolf instead of wolf.
Our accents are all over the place.
The first one that comes to my head is a Latino one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was like clear Latino accent, you know.
The St. Louis accent, where we say certain things like quarters and water.
Where I'm from, they like to say Hena or Mayan. That shirt over there is Mayan. From Philly, they like to say wooder and yous guys. But in Pittsburgh, instead of yous guys, they say yins. What are yins doing?
North Carolina it's an interesting accent. It's just got a little bit of a drawl.
It's a little lazier.
Just very slow pace, very good.
Yeah, Alabama style accent.
Nice.
There's Charleston, South Carolina, which is more like this. It's more smooth. Yeah. Might have a daughter named Darcy.
And then you got the real squealy Southern accent. And then you just got the very just, hey, how you doing?
How you doing, my man?
Have a good day now.
Man, that was awesome. All I can do is impression of Mike Tyson. Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Mike Tyson. Come and check out my reaction videos. Let's go.